Welcome to Golden Grace Fashion Academy, where fashion knowledge meets creativity and skill. Today is day 4 of our fashion textbook review series, and if you are passionate about becoming a skilled fashion designer, you are in exactly the right place. In this series, we explore some of the most important books every fashion student, aspiring designer, and creative professional should know. These are the resources that help transform passion into expertise and ideas into beautifully constructed garments. Today, we are diving into one of the most respected and essential books in fashion education, Draping for Apparel Design by Helen Joseph-Armstrong. If your fashion designs only exist on paper, then you are not fully designing garments yet, you are only illustrating ideas. Real fashion design begins when fabric meets form, when a concept moves beyond a sketch and starts taking shape in 3 dimensions. That is exactly why Draping for Apparel Design by Helen Joseph-Armstrong remains one of the most respected and essential books in fashion education. This is not simply a book about draping techniques. It is a complete guide to understanding how garments are created directly on the dress form. It teaches you how to think like a designer, a pattern maker, and a garment engineer all at once. For anyone serious about mastering fashion design, this book offers one of the clearest pathways from concept to construction. Most beginner designers start by sketching. Sketching is important, it helps communicate ideas, explore silhouettes, and develop creative direction. But sketches are only the beginning. A beautiful drawing does not automatically translate into a beautiful garment. Many designs that look stunning on paper fail when brought into reality because fabric behaves according to its own rules. It drapes, stretches, folds, collapses, and reacts to gravity in ways that cannot always be predicted on a flat page. That is where draping becomes invaluable. Draping is the art and technique of shaping fabric directly on a dress form. Instead of relying solely on 2-dimensional drawings, you work in real time with actual fabric. You pin, fold, shape, and manipulate the material around the contours of the body. This allows you to see how the garment will truly look, fit, and move before it is ever sewn together. Helen Joseph-Armstrong's approach is both methodical and highly practical. She begins by establishing the foundational principles every designer must understand before attempting advanced draping. You learn how to prepare the dress form correctly, identify critical balance points, and understand grain lines, cross-grain, and bias. These concepts are not optional technical details, they are the structural language of garment creation. Without them, even the most creative design can lose balance, distort, or fit poorly. One of the greatest strengths of this book is how clearly it bridges theory and practice. It does not simply tell you what draping is, it shows you how to do it step by step. You begin with the fundamentals, basic bodices, skirts, and foundational garment shapes. These exercises may seem simple at first, but they are essential. They teach you how fabric behaves over curves, how to control fullness, and how to create clean, balanced forms. As you progress, the book introduces more advanced concepts such as dart manipulation. This is where draping becomes truly transformative. Rather than drawing darts on paper, you physically shape and reposition excess fabric on the form. You can instantly see how moving a dart affects the silhouette, fit, and style of the garment. This hands-on understanding is incredibly powerful because it trains your eye to recognize design possibilities that may never emerge through flat pattern drafting alone. Another remarkable aspect of this book is its emphasis on style development. Once you understand the foundational structures, you can begin transforming them into original designs. Basic blocks evolve into princess seams, cowls, gathers, pleats, asymmetrical designs, and more complex silhouettes. This is where creativity and technical skill intersect. You are no longer just following instructions, you are learning how to innovate with confidence. The book also excels in teaching one of the most critical stages of the design process, converting draped fabric into usable patterns. After shaping your design on the form, you must transfer those 3-dimensional creations into flat pattern pieces that can be reproduced accurately. Helen Joseph-Armstrong explains how to mark, true, and transfer your drapes into professional pattern components. This step is what transforms draping from an artistic exercise into a production-ready skill. What makes this book particularly valuable is that it mirrors the real-world workflow used in couture houses, fashion studios, and design schools around the world. Draping is not merely a decorative technique. It is a core professional skill used to create garments with precision, originality, and superior fit. Many of the world's most celebrated designers rely heavily on draping because it allows them to work intuitively with fabric while maintaining technical control. For students, this book provides a structured curriculum that builds competence progressively. For aspiring designers, it offers a practical roadmap to mastering one of fashion's most sophisticated techniques. And for experienced professionals, it serves as an excellent reference for refining both technical precision and creative exploration. It is also worth noting that draping develops a completely different way of thinking. Flat pattern making teaches analytical precision, but draping teaches spatial awareness, intuition, and sensitivity to fabric behavior. It helps you understand not just how a garment is constructed, but how it lives on the body, how it falls, moves, and interacts with the wearer. Of course, draping is not a shortcut. It requires patience, practice, and a willingness to experiment. Your first drapes may not be perfect, and that is entirely part of the learning process. The beauty of draping lies in its iterative nature. Each pin, fold, and adjustment teaches you something new about form, balance, and construction. By studying this book, you begin to see fashion design differently. You stop thinking only in terms of sketches and start thinking in terms of structure, movement, and volume. You learn to create garments that are not only visually appealing but also technically sound and beautifully engineered. Ultimately, draping for apparel design is more than a textbook. It is an investment in your growth as a designer. It teaches you how to transform flat concepts into wearable art, how to communicate with fabric, and how to bring your creative vision to life with precision and confidence. If you are serious about fashion design, whether you dream of launching your own label, working in couture, or simply elevating your technical skills, this book deserves a place in your library. Because true fashion design does not begin on paper. It begins when fabric meets form, and imagination becomes reality. Found this review helpful? Be sure to like this video, subscribe to Golden Grace Fashion Academy, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode in our fashion textbook review series. And let me know in the comments, have you read this book, or is draping a skill you are excited to learn? Thank you for watching, and I will see you in day 5 of our fashion textbook review series, where we explore another essential resource for every serious fashion designer.